One of the most powerful and moving plays I think I've ever seen. Why did the script speak to you so much?
It was so truthful and it's so naturalistic. And because I live literally right where it's set, so the dialect is so similar to mine and the rhythm of it is fantastic. So the play's about, it's set in Thamesmead on the council estate where there's three flats next to each other. And then you've got the three children that are in one flat each. And then the relationship between Jamie, who I play, and his mum, Sandra, and how that works. And then kind of the coming of age as a 15-year-old for Jamie, the progress over a couple of weeks, how he grows up. And then the experience of love that they experience between Jamie and Steve. But it's got everything. It's comical. It's got everything. Yeah.
It's very, very funny.
Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. People say that it's a comedy, which it is. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it has a very special message to give. I think with Steve, he has the kind of domestic violence side of things with his dad and his brother. He has a very different kind of a relationship with his family than Jake does. Obviously Jake doesn't have a dad, but he's very close to his mum in many ways. I mean, Sandra and Jamie, it's incredible how similar their relationship is compared to mine and my mum's. It's such a similar relationship.
When you read the script and you thought, right, I want to audition for this, how do you feel that? How did you get the part? Why were you right for it as individual actors?
I just came along, and I think Jamie is very similar to me, kind of in that sense. He's got the very similar personality traits, and I just literally read it and thought that I could give it an act. So yeah, come back, had a couple of auditions, and then found out I got it. So it was exciting.
Yeah. Well, I'm still technically in drama school. I'm training at the Arts Educational Schools. Hello guys to everyone that's out there, and Chris Hockin, I know you're going to want to give you a shout out. But yeah, it's I think. I auditioned, at the time I was working with Nikolai. I was working with him on a production called Kiss of the Spider Woman, which is a Kander and Ed McNally musical. Nikolai was currently searching for the role of Steve. And Jamie couldn't come in for one of the auditions one day. He'd already been given the role, and he had to kind of read in for the people that were auditioning. So Nikolai asked me to do it. So I come in and read through, and then they all kind of said, "Oh, actually, he's right for it." And then I auditioned, and now I'm here.
And there's huge chemistry between you two on stage. It is amazing. What do you think this play could do for gay rights in an ideal world?
I think it would be amazing if you could get people to the confidence to kind of come out, I suppose, and to just feel free, because that's what they do at the end of the play, and just to not be afraid of who you are.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be lovely.
Yeah, love is love at the end of the day. You know what I mean? The song that you come out to after the show, me and Nikolai chose it. It's called what is it called? Wait a minute. It's by Macklemore, and it's called "Same Love." And it's an amazing song, and I think that if all of you at home listen to that song, I think that spreads the message that me and Jake are trying to kind of spread ourselves. I think not just for people that are gay as well that are trying to come out. I think for people that don't understand. I think it's not necessarily that a lot of people are ignorant to it. I just think they don't understand, and they've been brought up around people that are very old school that are against it. You know what I mean?
That's what really struck me. That actually, if you don't know anyone who's gay, and if you haven't actually experienced it, this is the play that you need to see, because it just shows it in such a real way. The conversation that you have with your mum when you're coming out, I mean, how did you find acting that?
It was a tough one, but I think the writing is so fantastic by Jonathan Harvey that it's so easy to get on that emotional level as an actor, and I just completely believed in it because, as I said, it's so true and so naturalistic that it was easy to go with it. Yeah. Sorry, I was just saying, Nikolai's amazing as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. The director, Nikolai Foster, fantastic.
Definitely. As a company, everyone is so tight. Everyone gets on so well. It's just so reassuring for me coming out as my professional debut. And working with such a fantastic cast. Not just Jake, as much as I love him the pieces and we work so well. Zara and Saran and everybody else. And Ollie as well. They're all so nice, and I think that's why we have such good chemistry, because we get on outside of the play as well.
Just transfers onto stage. What are you going to do after this? Where are you going to go?
Don't know, really. See what happens. Nothing
Don't
planned.
have a clue. No.
Maybe a holiday. Yeah. Maybe two. No.
Definitely have a holiday, but it will be hard to beat this. This is stunning.
Hopefully we can keep going.
And I think that's why we're making the most of it and giving the best that we can.
Huge congratulations, Jenny. Have you heard that Stephen Fry said it's the most beautiful, stunning play about gay love?
Yeah, that's because he didn't come today, but he's going to come see it, I think.
Yeah.
Which would be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to meeting him. He's bloody amazing. Too.
He's a big fan of QI, and it's all he talks about.
Oh,
so
I love facts.
He's going to be more excited than me, but yeah, I'll be very excited to meet him still.
Massive fan.
Yeah.
Big fan of Stephen Fry.
Cool. Well, I'll let you go. Enjoy your night. Massive, massive congratulations.
So it was great tonight. It felt very relaxed. It felt like we did a little rehearsal in the day, and yeah, it felt like there was a real friend element to the audience tonight. And Jonathan's writing has a real musicality, so I think that we all rode the audience, and they kind of got on the ride with us, and it was great.
For everyone at home, just tell us, how does your character kind of feed into this storyline?
So it's really it's a love story about Jamie and Steve. Jamie's my son. I play Sandra Gaingel. She's very working class, visceral, vulgar, quite hard-faced, single mom, but with a huge heart. And when her son tells her that he's gay, she really takes it on the chin, and she kind of like swallows it, and she wants to know that her son's happy, and it doesn't matter whether it's with a boy, with a girl, she just wants her son to be happy, and I think that's a really beautiful element to my character. So there's lots of different facets that I've played with there.
What really attracted you to the script when you saw it? Why did you think, God, I've got to do this?
Well, Jonathan rang me, so I knew Jonathan and Harvey, the writer, and I'd seen the play about a year and a half ago at the Royal Exchange in Manchester, directed by Sarah Franklin, which was a brilliant production. And then I met Nikolai Foster, the director, knew who was going to be in the cast, and yeah. And I've been doing TV for quite a long time, so I wanted to come back to theatre, and what a great thing to be in the West End.
Absolutely, but I guess what's interesting about it, Dave, you said you've done TV, is that in a way it is so real, it's almost like a film or TV, because it could just be your son, or it could just be really, really happening there. It doesn't have that element of distance that stage often has. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that's down to the writing, because it's really raw and real, and it's funny, and the straighter we play it and the more real we play it, the more the audience seem to love it. And so yeah, but what's been great is the rehearsal process, because you don't often get that in TV because everything's so quick. So it's been nice to kind of talk about character and be a bit theatrical darling and all that. So it's been great. I've loved it.
What do you think the power is of a story like this? Also being in the West End, so it's going to get in those audiences. What do you hope it's going to do?
I think that a play that survives for 20 years like this has, is because it's a love story. And so I think that's the beauty of it. You're just watching two people fall in love, and I think anyone will love it. My dad's coming next week, so I can't wait to see what he thinks of it. So I think there's something for everybody because it's a love story. I think it's not a political play per se, but because in 1993 the gay age of consent was 21, so we've come far. I think it was 2000 that equality was there between homosexuality and heterosexuality, bringing it down to 16. So we have come a long way, but not far enough. So like I said, it's a love story, and that was then. This is now, and then hopefully it will be, it's a magical piece, so who knows how far we'll go with gay rights in the future. Far, I hope.
What are you going to do next? Is there anything that can top this?
I'm going to be filming something while I'm coming to the end of this in the next 3 or 4 weeks, so I'll be working on something else that hasn't been released yet, but I'm sure it will soon. And yeah, then I'm going to have a holiday. I think. So I've been working back to back for like 5 years.
Lots of people have been saying this tonight. I'm going to have a holiday. I'm going to have a holiday. Don't know what they've done to you in the rehearsal process.
Well, I came off the back of Scott and Bailey, so I was doing that for 6 months. Before that, I did Secret of Crickley Hall. Before that, I was doing Touch of Cloth. And then before that, I was doing the other Scott and Bailey, the second series. So I really do need a bit of a break.
The next thing you're doing is that TV.
Yes, yeah. And then hopefully maybe work with Nikolai again. I don't know. I love theatre, and I love that the fact that you get that reaction straight away. So yeah, who knows?
When will we next be seeing you on the box?
Tonight I was on the box on Scott and Bailey, and there's another 5 of those I think due to go out. And then Touch of Cloth is on Sky, that's Charlie Brooker, and that'll be out 2 films later on in the year. And there's something called Stage Door Johnny's, which is for Sky Arts for the Playhouse Presents, which is also going to be on this year. So quite a lot. You'll be bored of me.
Never. Well, enjoy tonight, and massive congratulations. It's a truly beautiful play. You play quite the perhaps odd one out character in this play. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's kind of like the outside world from this kind of microcosm that is Thamesmead. He's kind of quite a middle class character. He means well, but he's sort of found himself in this situation with this woman that he sort of worships on this estate. And obviously over the course of the play, the 2 weeks kind of that the play's set in, we said their relationship kind of crack and fragment, and he sort of realises that he doesn't quite belong there, I think.
What's his role then in the play in terms of the close relationship and the kind of highlighting that gay relationship? Do you think he has anything to do in that? Because he's obviously the only other male.
Yeah, not some. He doesn't really have that much to do with the gay relationship. He doesn't really comment on that. I'd say he's more of an outsider figure, sort of, and he's there to, I think, remind the audience that these people are comfortable with who they are. They don't particularly need help from people kind of who want to do well and help them out and sort of see them as a kind of cause to fight for. They're happy with being who they are, and they're getting on with their lives, and I think he's there partly to remind us of that.
When you saw the script, why did you feel so attracted to it? Why did you want to do this play?
Well, I'd worked with Nikolai, the director, before, and I'd always, since then I've always wanted to work with him again. So that's one of the reasons. Also, I mean, it's just amazing. I'd not had much contact with the play before, so obviously I did a bit of research into it and realised how much it meant to people, how important it was as a piece of theatre, and the 20th anniversary production. It's like, go on then.
What can this play do in terms of promoting gay rights or domestic violence or those sorts of issues that it grapples with?
Well, I think when it was set, laws were different. The age of consent was 21 for gay men, all that kind of thing. So, but the play doesn't explicitly go into detail about that. I think society is, possibly more tolerant now, and kind of gay rights are spoken about more freely, and we have gay marriage, and it's more in the public eye. But there is still prejudice, and it is bringing up those kind of those issues, and it'll always be relevant. I think there'll always be people who are anti-gay, who are homophobic, who are racist. That sadly, I'm sure that sort of undercurrent will always exist, and I think anything to sort of stir up the debate and bring
It's all good.
And I think one of the sort of key points that we focus on is that it is a love story, and it just so happens to be two guys. The play isn't particularly political in that respect, which is quite interesting. It just happens to be two guys, and the audience get on board, and that's one of the quite amazing things.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, after this has finished, I know sobs, awful to think about that, but what will you be doing next? Where's your career going to take you?
I'm not sure yet. Who knows? I mean, we've got another 9 weeks of this, so we'll see. I mean, I'm sure there'll be casting for stuff for the autumn seasons. We'll watch this space.